Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Natties&BS podcast where we talk through a wide variety of topics related to bodybuilding and natural bodybuilding. The podcast is hosted by Sam and Mark, two natural bodybuilders and coaches. Before diving into today's episode, firstly, I would like to thank you for coming to listen in today's episode. If you're listening in Spotify, please make sure to give a follow and rate the podcast. It will be very much appreciated. And if you're listening on YouTube, make sure that you're subscribing the channel and activating the notification button to be updated about the following episodes. And today you're joining us for episode 6, if I'm not
Ye-
mistaken, right?
Yes, yeah, episode number 6.
Yes. Um, how are you doing, Sam?
I am trying to be as positive as I can. So this is my second week on prep so far, and trying to keep the smile on, the positive energy on, despite all things have happening recently. So just to give a quick update, 2 days, like 48 hours exactly before starting prep, I had pinched my hamstring. This is like a minor injury, nothing a big deal, but it was a bit stressful since I'm going to calorie deficit, and it was okay. Like first week I took a deload, so I give my body a bit of rest to recover, and actually I felt really good in the deload. Starting second week of the prep, I got caught cold, like very, very in hard symptoms was cold. Barely slept the first night, but no complaint whatsoever. Still keeping the positive energy. And with today session, it was the third day and the second week, having legs day. And after the first uh, the top set of squats, my nose started bleeding, and it was really I don't know. I didn't feel anything at the beginning, but afterwards I felt a bit of like unbalanced, or my energy took a bit of like a hit, that I was not performing good for the rest of the session. But trying to keep positive because we have nothing else to do. I mean, if I get stressed, if I feel bad, it's not gonna make it any better. So just trying to be on the positive side, and also see that this is happening at the beginning of the prep, while I'm still having fat layers that can a bit protect my muscle tissue, that I'm not too lean to be scared to lose muscle tissue. So yeah, I hope it just start to get better from here and nothing bad happen soon. Yeah, that's it for me for these 2 weeks. What about you?
So far, I had 2 training sessions this week, which is not usual compared to a normal week because usually, I mean, I'm having 2 blocks this week as well, but 2 semi ones because usually I have, as we've just discussed before, I also do push pull legs and upper lower. But since I'm traveling on the weekend, I rescheduled this week's training, so I'm doing upper lower rest upper lower on the weekdays. Um, in these cases, I usually just melt, push, and pull together, but obviously managing volume, so I'm not combining all the volumes of these 2 sessions because that would be absolutely too much. So yeah, I just grabbed 2 chest exercises from push and added an additional set to one of those. So I did 6 in total working sets for chest, and I did 3 times 2 working sets for back, and 2 lateral raise variations. So that was my upper. And the lower session was like a normal leg day that I would do on Wednesdays. And tomorrow we are traveling to Wien with Georg, and we're going to train in Das gym. So I'm really looking forward to that. We'll probably do a bit of posing practice, a few rounds against each other. So it will definitely be fun. And on Friday I'm doing my usual uh, lower session that I usually do on Saturdays. So everything is going pretty good. Um, Referring back to what you just said, that at the beginning of the prep you feel kind of down just a bit because of the current situation that you've just caught a cold, and you're dealing with an injury, a smaller one. Um, in these situations, do you have some kind of routine at the, let's say at the either at the beginning of the day or at the beginning of the session or before sets? Do you do some kind of self talk? Do you motivate yourself in some kind of way?
Um, Before the starting the set, I prefer to have this talk, self talk with myself, close my eyes, remind myself with my goals, visualizing myself on a stage, uh, manifesting the moment of winning, listening to the like even the imagining the listening to the crowd and the announcement of winning and reminding myself was why I started, why I'm doing it, and I cannot fail myself. It is very effective and helpful. I did this on Monday, where I couldn't sleep uh, the whole night, barely 1 2 hours, continuous hours of sleep, and it was my second week of deficit and the sickness, lack of sleep. I was not expecting to perform at all at my training. I was thinking just going through the movement, so I stimulate the muscle to not lose any tissue because the week before I had a deload, so I don't want to take more days off. And surprisingly, for 3 compound movements, 6 sets, I didn't lose uh, almost any repetitions. Maybe 2 repetitions and one back offset, and the rest matched it all, which was huge achievement, and it was really surprising for me. But yeah, I mean, when you switch on this part in your brain before starting the set, even if you generally fatigued and tired and everything, you still have this, I would say, stored energy in you somewhere as like a power bank or something. Like let's call it this way, as a spare energy that is can be used when it's needed. And I pushed to use this energy, and it worked. But to be completely honest, at the end of the workout, my hand was shaking. I was uh, like done, completely done. But I got the job done too, so I was really happy and proud of achieving this. So, do you have something similar when you are having bad time, or what do you do?
Yeah, so sometimes I even do such things when I'm not definitely in a bad mood or feeling down. Um, Usually before heavier or just simply more challenging working sets, or that I'm a bit even sometimes afraid of to do. So let's say Smith squat or a pendulum squat, which for me are probably a bit more challenging, or even I sometimes even do it in bench press machine as well. So I mean, it really depends uh, on uh, what mood I'm in. So yeah, I also do this kind of stuff, and also I think music can help a lot as well. So there are always different genres that I listen to. It is very distinct in my case. So I can literally train to anything from Rammstein to Lana Del Rey probably.
But do you have a PR song, for example? Like when you want to get the most out of the set, like do you have this one song or two songs maybe you can choose between?
I do have a few. Periodically they change sometimes, but Till I Collapse from Eminem is one that I used to listen to a lot years ago, and I sometimes still remind myself that I love that, and I put that on. Um, since my last prep, um, I really like Rammstein's Mein Herzbrennt. I love that as well. Um, other ones don't really come to my mind at the moment. Do you have such songs that you listen to?
Yes. For me, uh, hard metal. Like I was never a hard metal listener before, but one time I was training and it just came to my Spotify randomly, but it's working. And first one I used to have as PR or like RDL or squat set. Top set was Daggers. The name is Daggers, I think, from We Came as Romans. Not really sure if this is the name or the Blot of. I think the Blot on You. They call the Blot on You. And from We Came as Romans, I have one called Vultures with Clipped Wings. This one is really like loud, and I always use it with squat top set and RDL top set. But I guess surprisingly, pulling movement we don't need that much to hit like a good pull movement on the pull day. Maybe with a barbell row, maybe, but I don't use any like heavy songs with it. But I mean, maybe I can have mentally preparation for it a bit. But other than that, all pulling movement are just good to move without any motivation or something.
How do you usually time the music? So when let's say it has a drop, how do you time that? Do you already listen to the drop before you start the set, or you time it that it hits during the set?
Uh, I play the song, and for example, when I'm going for a squat or RDL, it has first, I think, 20-30 seconds, it's just like soft talk, nothing hard. And while like this period, I give myself the self talk and the mental preparation for the set. And by the time I'm under the bar, putting on the belt and ready for the squat, the drop hits. It can hit while like just starting the set or Uh, it can be hit before, but I don't start until it starts.
Yeah.
And for you?
I also, what just came into my mind, I also sometimes I also have like um dubstep kinda periods that I listen to sometimes. Um, for example, this week, yesterday for my second set of Smith squats, I listened to Skrillex Spitfire, which is very much, if I'm correct, that is one from their latest album. I like that is one of my favorite drops I think ever in that version. Um, so yeah, I actually timed that. I think I was already through like at least half of my reps. I did 9 reps for my back off set in Smith squats, and it hit I think around 5 or 6 reps when I needed it the most.
Okay, so to give you the push, you need to finish the set strong. Like for me, I mean, it was sometimes it was hard techno, sometimes it was drum and bass. But recently, I'm fixed with heavy metal or hard metal. But other than that, I'm listening to house music, chill music, nothing like too serious because I found like I used to before to listen for the whole session, like 2 hours or something, very heavy music. But I found out, and I also have been advised from my coach to uh, not overstimulate my nervous system, like for every set of every exercise. Like for example, I don't need the same readiness while I'm doing dumbbell preacher curl as the same I need for squat or deadlift. So it's better to save my nervous system and my energy to where it's actually needed and not overstimulate the nervous system so don't burn out fast and don't need too much deloads. Which I found actually working very fine and I'm still performing really well. Okay, I still have this maybe few seconds to be ready for the set, but I don't aggravate myself that much with every single set of every single exercise. And I still progress, so it didn't hurt me. It was actually a good advice.
Has that ever happened to you that you've found music so good that you liked so much that you kept on putting that on for sets after and after again repeatedly?
The same song.
Yes, the exact same song.
I I don't remember. I did it. Maybe it was the Daggers one. It's called Daggers. I used to repeat it if on my leg days was leg press and squats and RDLs. Because it was like very aggressive at the moment I like or when I listened to it first time. I liked how it stimulate my brain and my readiness for the set. So I abused it for a while, but now I moved to the other one. This I don't know. It's very hard to remember the name of this song. It's like vultures with clipped wings. It's very hard to remember it. So I had to save it to not forget about it. So this one is my new favorite, but I don't abuse it like the one before. I can alternate between them. One I can have the daggers and one this one.
How long are these ones?
Not long actually, maybe 4 minutes or something. Uh Let me check. Yeah, 4 minutes. And uh, other than the music and everything, how is your off season going for now?
I believe we are at a pretty good state so far. Um, if
How's your body
we
weight?
um this morning I just weighed. I have my notes right besides me. I weighed exactly 85, which is nearly the highest weight in this off season.
What is your gaining rate week by week? This like for the recent months or two?
For on a weekly basis, it is less than 0.2,
Okay.
more like 0.15.
Okay.
So since I've been in a surplus since last October, because that's when we finished a mini cut. I went down from 89 to a bit below 81, and we started pushing from there. And from it, so it's been October, November, December, January, February, and roughly half of March. So around 5.5 months, and there's roughly 4 kilograms of difference between my lowest and my highest. But if you take a look at average weight, um, it might not even reach 4 kilograms for the last 5 months of gaining phase. So it is very slow, like a bit above half a kg a month.
Yeah, when I saw it actually, your story when you said like you gained around 4 kg in 6 months, I was like, I'm very data driven person, so I did some calculation to see how average or weekly it would be. I was like, it was like 0.16 maybe, something like that.
Yeah, but I'm
So
I'm 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 actually very happy with this slow gaining rate. I
it is
I
very
don't.
optimal, yeah, I would say, since also as long as your strengths and uh, like performance in the gym is progressing, yeah, you don't need more than this.
Yes, exactly. I'm thinking the same way, because if we look it from that point of view, not even this amount of weight is muscle weight. So probably not even half of this. Let's say most likely not even half of this, or definitely less than half of this is muscle gained through this period. So, and I probably wouldn't even be gaining more muscle mass with a higher surplus. So there is no point gaining more weight, because it would probably just reduce my time spent in a surplus. And that's our goal at the moment, to just stretch this period as long as possible. So with this gaining rate, if we can keep this up, I think I still have at least half a year being in a surplus, which would be amazing. I believe.
Yeah, simply you can even exceed this period, and it depends also when are you going to compete next year. If you're gonna do uh, more of like summertime or fall time, it depends. Yeah, I think maybe you will not even need a pre-prep diet if you do summertime. You can just go into prep because you're already like you look lean. You still like you have all of like details in the legs and the abs and the upper body also. So if you yeah keep this steady gaining weight, uh, you will be good if you're competing by summer. Maybe by fall you will need a very short mini cut, maybe 6 weeks or something. Uh, but yeah, I'm looking forward to see your next season. Maybe you
Yeah,
do pro competitions now. You're gonna participate as a pro.
yes, yes. I will. It is possible that I will do a pro show.
You want my recommendation? You should try the one run by my coach, the NBW.
Yeah, Georg. I think like 2 days ago, he's just sent me AJ's competition on Instagram, and he also suggested me that I should do that.
Yeah, it has very good athletes competing there, like high level only. If you checked the one who is like confirmed now for pro show for this year, you will see like the quality of the athletes are very, very high. I may do it this year for amateur, but because I'm still first timer, hopefully this change this year. But I'm not really sure because for me, I still need to apply for visa to go to UK, and it's a lot of like I don't know paperwork and process and everything. Not sure if I should or I have to do it from the first year of competing or just do the ones here in Europe. Uh, but let's see how it goes with the first show. And I have been actually doing my research these days on competition and how the judges are judging the athletes. And the one I spend most time, let's say, investigating or closely watching how they choose is ANBF because it's the main show I want to focus on for this year. And they focus very much on conditioning. Like condition is not negotiable. If you are mass monster, but your condition is not on point, you are losing, no matter what mass difference is. So the muscle mass is not the priority for ANBF. So they first focus is on condition, and if there is two athletes having a very good conditioning, legs would be it would separate the first and second place. This is what I noticed from what I have watched from the competitions. So condition number one and leg size number two. But overall muscle mass is not the priority of NPF.
And have you also had a look at other competitions as well, or mostly AMBF so far?
So far, AMBF, I want to have a look on OCP because it's gonna be my first competition in Italy. OCP, I think it is a bit different. Like also WMBF, they focus more on the size more than, I mean, they can tolerate a bit conditioning for size, not like ANBF, very crucial with the conditioning. This is what I have saw from competitions I saw before, but I didn't really uh, follow every single, let's say, class on stage and how they judge it. But I will do this. I still have the time, so yeah, 24 weeks. So I will do maybe in the next 2 3 weeks this watching, and because I need to talk with my coach about it also about it, so we see how we are going from show to show. So if it's gonna be for mass and OCP, I will have only 2 weeks for the NBF after. I'm not sure if I don't think it's enough time to go for more shred. So I think I have to be on point from first competition.
And do you know any other athletes from AJ who will attend either OCB or MBF?
To be honest, we didn't talk about it, but I saw someone on the comments of your post when you posted your photos pre-NBF a few weeks ago. There is a guy from Germany commented on your post, and I checked this guy, and he is start prepping. So maybe I will face him in the NBF. But the guy is huge, so I need to be careful with the conditioning.
Yeah, I think I know who you mean. Is Daniel probably?
I think I don't remember the name, but I remember that I saw someone. I checked his profile, and he's prepping this year.
I will quickly check, but I think I know who you mean.
He got second when he competed in the year you
Yeah, he
competed.
competed at the same IMBF I did, right?
Yes, but I think not the same class, like not
Yeah,
the same
different. He was also doing classic, but different
lineup.
lineup. Yes, yes, and he got second in that one. Yes, but he got his pro card in that season.
He got two pro cards actually. He got as far as I saw on his profile, he got the one from INBA. This is for sure. I'm not sure if he took it from other federations or no.
Yeah, but do you think he's prepping for fall? I mean, most likely yes.
Yeah, if he started, yeah, he started before me, maybe 2 3 weeks before me. So yeah, it's most likely it's gonna be fall also. But who knows? When you competed, you beated bros already. So let's see how it goes with me.
And how's your weight so far after 2 weeks?
It's pretty interesting, to be honest. First week, the average was around 0.6 kg off. But starting this week with the sickness, even though I didn't miss a single meal, I am down 1.4, 1.5 kg, which is a bit surprising, but I think maybe it's more of water loss because of the sickness and everything. But I hope I didn't lose tissue during the sickness. So I think this week is not really the week I would really look for the numbers for it. Maybe from next week when my body came back to normal status. So it's gonna be more of data to follow more than this week. But I don't want to look at the mirror because every time I look now, I see myself like shit because I know I'm sick. I came back from deload. I look softer because of the diet and the deload, both of them. There was less stimulus and low calorie. So yeah, not the best time to look to myself in the mirror. Even though I like the photo I took yesterday after the pull session, the side biceps, the side chest actually. It was a nice one, but when I look to my legs, I don't really like what I see. So I don't want to look to myself too much these days until I am at least 2 kg down because uh, from there I start to look good. You know, when you are starting the diet, you are not looking your best because you are too soft and not shred enough to look good. But when you start to dig deep into shred, you start to see more of the tissue you have built.
In the next few weeks, you're probably already going to surpass the lowest weight you've had at the end of the minicut, right? How
The
many kilo?
lowest was 77.8 8 maybe.
And you're right now you're 1.5, 2 kgs above that, right?
Yeah, now like this week, like so far these 3 days, I am in the lowest 79, which is not supposed to be the case. I'm supposed to be 80 something, but yeah, what is what it is because of the sickness. Let's see how my body will react till next week. If I'm gonna retain more water or how it's gonna work. 1.5 kg in 1 week, it is a lot, and I don't know where it's coming out of. Like it's supposed to be water, hopefully. So yeah, let's see how it goes. And I think yeah, tomorrow I have a day off, which very much needed after these fights my body have been going through for the past 1.5 week. And yeah, I'm trying to be as optimistic as I can because stressing about it will make it even worse.
Yeah, yeah, you definitely don't have to stress about it. And I mean, you're in absolutely good hands if we talk about AJ. So I don't think you should really worry about anything if you do your best because you've got the right guide.
Indeed, yes, he's one of the best in the field. And also the mindset I have built through the injuries I've been through, even if I don't know how to fix it, I know how to control my feelings around the injury. So before I used to panic really fast. Now I'm more in a calm state of mind and more of containing the situation in my mind and following a specific protocol. Even I have a protocol now, even if I don't know what is the injury I'm dealing about, if it's new for me. And it has been working very well. I think this episode is gonna be a bit shorter than usual because we don't have a main topic. I think we covered what we have been going through recently and touched on most of the things. Do you have anything to add?
Mm, no, I don't think so. Probably a few questions after it will come to my mind in connection with your prep, but not at the moment.
Okay. So for this episode, thank you guys. If you're still listening, and we catch up again maybe on. You will be back on Sunday, or you're just gonna be traveling?
Yes, unfortunately, only coming back on Monday evening.
Okay, maybe we can have a catch up maybe next week in the middle of the week also. So thank you guys for listening and see you in the next episode.
See you.